Ciao ragazzi, welcome to JSG podcast episode number 4, podcast that brought to you by the Juventus Club of Singapore. Before I continue to invite the guests for today, I would like to apologize for the delay. The podcast was supposed to be released or taken place on the 25th of October, but due to the unforeseen circumstances, it never happened. So as promised, it never ends there. I'll try to update it weekly without skipping of any episode. As for today, let me invite you to our guests and we both will be sharing our opinion, discussing about the game that had been played or even the upcoming game. So let it begin. Hello guys, greetings to all Banconera families around the world. Welcome to JSG Podcast episode number 4. As for today, we have a special guest in the house. It is A2ul from the Juventus Club of Singapore. So, as usual, or tradition for the podcast, A2ul will introduce himself and how everything was started. A2ul, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Iskandar, for inviting me over to your podcast. Yeah, just a bit introduction. I'm the current secretary for Juventus Official Fan Club Singapore. So, brief introduction how I got to know our beloved club Juventus. Yeah. Okay. Back in 2001, 2002, a friend of mine, Zali, I went to his house for rest after a soccer game. Then I saw this advertisement about Syria. I saw that I saw that in that advertisement is a very rough style of aggressive style of play. So I asked him, which team is that? Black and white. He said that's Juventus. That's the best team in Italy. So from then on, I start to follow, and I see the way Juventus play, very tough, aggressive, and it really suit my taste. So all the way until today, Juventus.
So, at that time, which player does stands out or maybe your idol that you get to know?
Oh, my idol, of course, is I can say most of us favorite is Del Piero.
Yes, that's true.
I remember I got his Adidas Predator boots, the same like he did, and I got a poster of him in my room at that time with the Adidas advertisement. Yeah, so but he's a very exceptional player, among other greats around the world, not only in Italy. He's been regarded as maybe the best in Juventus history. Yeah.
So I would say the king of Juventus. Maybe. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you can share with the viewers that how's your experience that I know that you have been to the stadium to watch the match. So how's your experience? You can share with the viewers.
Okay. Experience wise, I mean, when the first time I saw uh arrive in Turin, and then we went to the J Stadium. At that time it's still called J Stadium. So it's like it's straight out of FIFA. You see, the one that you see in FIFA, and then you go there and you see real life. This is the stadium. It is really unreal. Together with Farah, we managed to go to the stadium tour. Went into the dressing room. I nearly sat down on Manzukic's seat. Yeah, tried to get a few of his boots, but the security won't let me. So yeah, it was unreal. It was unreal. The pitch, when you see the pitch where our stars play, and it's right in front of you, is a dream come true. It's a dream come true. I cannot describe it anyway. If anyone can go in their life one time, go to the stadium, see, feel, hear, and live the Juventus experience.
So did you manage to visit the museum. That is where lots of trophies, lot of legendary jersey that was retired and was placed into the display. How's the feeling? If, did you
Oh, the
visit?
yeah. I managed to go and visit the gym museum a day before I went to see the Juventus versus Porto in the Champions League match. So the day before, I went to the J museum, and I couldn't explain more. The the trophy is in front of you. Everything which you can only dream of is in front of you. So yeah, it is an amazing experience. Uh, I saw the bench.
Okay.
You remember the bench? Yes, where it all started. I got to see Buffon's medal,
Yes.
World Cup medal. Yeah. So among others, the pictures of legendary greats. The team that won Champion League, striker Ravanelli, Viali. Ravanelli also another of my favorite. Yeah.
So okay, while you are in the stadium, what do you miss the most? Maybe you can share with
Of course, I miss the Curva suit.
everyone.
Their cheers all the way. When they started their cheers, it okay. The stadium is quite compact. You know, the sound in the stadium echoes. So even the chants from Kuvasut will keep echoing and echoing, and we can say that any opponent we will feel that the atmosphere. Our stands are really pitch side, and like say even for corners, it's right in front of you. You know, it's right in front of you. It's a make or break. Our players feel the pressure. Our opponent feel the pressure. So it's really a close experience, and lively when they sing the chants after every goal, you know, after every unpopular decision by the ref. Yeah, I miss that.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for sharing your experience. I get the viewers once they hear your story. Maybe each one of us like someday to visit the stadium. That for sure.
Yes. I pray someday you have to go. You have to go. If
Okay.
you can get the chance, go once. Go once.
Okay, let us go through or recap the match that just I have to say. Let's touch on the Champions League against Dinamo Kiev first before we touch the game against Verona. So when you saw that match against Dinamo Kiev, is it different play when they play Crotone? We know that when they play Crotone, every supporters is frustrated with the performance. But when we go to Dinamo Kiev, something changed, something drastic changed. It's different. So, what's your take about that match?
Uh, okay, maybe it's just my theory, but every time we have a next big game ahead, Juventus tend to ease down a little to reduce any injuries. So that's why I think we have a more cautious approach when playing Crotone. Because as we know, Perlo first match in charge of a Champions League match. He of course we have a very high expectation for Perlo to perform and manage the team. For Crotone, we didn't play quite well. Yeah, it's understandable to me because we try to prevent as many injuries as possible,
Maybe
especially in this
team
pandemic. Yeah.
trying to experience formation, the players. So every game something different under Pirlo. As you can say that he's now experimenting some of the formation or the department that the players need to play.
Yes. You see, after every match, he always comes up that there is still room for improvement. He is still experimenting. It is not how to say. It is not the Juventus that we see from Allegri time, that we already have time to gel and have a certain identity of playing. Under Pirlo is different because we have the mixture young and senior players, and Pirlo is totally changing our style of play. When I see our match against Dinamo Kiev, I don't think we go to gear 6. I think it's only gear 2, gear 3 only, because from what we see from our last match, you see the big difference. He now he has more options and more variety. He can mix and match. So also is a very very big advantage for Perlo.
So let us put this way: is the fans ready or like, can accept that he is still trying or experimenting the team? But some of the fans still is not happy because, as we know, the tradition of the club that we keep on winning, then suddenly things doesn't go well as planned.
Yeah. I think most of the fans that I speak to, whether on social media or whether that I meet them personally, uh, it's a 50-50. 50% say that we want the result now, because whatever points drop will affect us in the future, will affect the title race. But to me, being fair to Perlo, he has not lost a game. For a rookie coach, managing Juventus, even playing in Champions League, he has not lost a single game, and that is a very very quite a remarkable achievement to me.
So are you happy? I think happy with the formation now, or still areas for improvement for the team?
I think right now I'm satisfied because he uses what he have, and he still managed to pull it off. We even among our last games that to a lot of fans that we play poorly, they still play better than last season. I think you agree with me. Yeah, they still play better than last season, and that is only a few games under Perlo. So I think I have higher expectation. Say after 10 games, Perlo already got his rhythm. Everyone know the style. I think then we can already really decide that we need to 100% perform or outperform last season performance.
So are we unpredictable? Like for example, Green Crotone, we didn't play well. Then suddenly come up to the Champions League, we did well at Dinamo Kiev. Then back to Serie A after the Verona game, it's like up and down. So it's not consistent. So what's your take about the game versus Verona?
Okay, the game versus Verona, what I see Perlo is trying to do, he is still tinkering with the players, because like you said early on in the podcast, yeah, that a lot of player surely wants to play every game,
Yes, true.
but Perlo cannot promise that, to say maybe 3/4 of the squad. He can't promise you 100% you can play every game, except for Ronaldo and maybe Chesney and some other important position. But the midfield all the way he will tinker and change. So I think he's just giving them their chance to prove that if you perform, then you can seal your place. He wants that competition between the first 11 and the reserve, so that he can get that the perfect Juventus that he wanted to mold.
So like from the social media, as you can see, people are start complain or start saying that without Ronaldo, this team cannot go far. Is it true? As you can see,
I think that's not fair because okay, apart from VAR, Morata have been, he's banging the goals. He's just unfortunate that it's under VAR by an armpit. A VAR by an armpit offside is ridiculous.
yeah,
But we see the quality. Yeah, we see the quality.
yes, we know that.
Yeah, we have the quality and he perform. I think it's not fair for us to say, oh, without Ronaldo we cannot perform. Last season, yes, but this season is different. Juventus, man, this is different.
So the upcoming match, the Champions League match against Barcelona, we don't know yet whether Ronaldo will play or still positive in COVID-19.
Yeah.
So the best formation, what is the best formation to play against Barcelona for the squad that we have?
I think based on past matches, I think we should stick to the current formation that Polo already teaches. The current squad. He played at the start of a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2. But then, if we notice attacking and defending, uh, all the players shift around. We don't have a proper fixed position for any player. We keep evolving according to the flow of the game. That's what he mentioned in his thesis. Yeah. So he applied that to our current squad, and I think we should stick to it. And if we have Ronaldo, it'll be a good bonus. If we don't have Ronaldo, I still think we can beat them.
So if you maybe you can agree with me, so I would say that the missing link now at the current squad is the playmaker. Now it's because we don't have the playmaker like how the maestro play. It's because maybe if you can put Otter and Bentancur playing, so it's Otter, yes, he is good, but a lot of defensive, but not offering the ball to the striker. So is it true that that department, that player, the playmaker role, we are still missing?
I think we Perlo is moving away from having only one playmaker. For the past game, all three midfielders managed to put the final ball for the striker to finish, even from crosses. So we do not have, like say, a Perlo type of player where he's the only one who fit the ball. Because right now, I think Perlo changes the game for Juventus. For our squad, you don't need to have one playmaker. You can have one defensive mid and two feet. So it opens up the gameplay for us. Yeah,
So it's better
there's no one playmaker.
we play with three defensive or four as for now. Because we
As for now,
try
on
three
yeah,
defensive for how many games? About 4 games. We already try for 4 games of three defensive. So how about to change back to 4-3-3? Is it possible?
no. I personally do not agree and don't like the idea of playing back to four after you already played a few games with three defense. uh as you can see, is a changing formation. It's a mobile formation. When you attack, you have a three center back in the center, but when you defense, one of the wing back comes back and it becomes a back four. So the mobility is what gives us the advantage. So but for a starting lineup, yeah, we stick to three.
So are you happy with the 3-5-2 formation, or would you like to play 3-4-2-1? Like for Morata, it's a lone striker. For the backup, because now we have Kulusevski, we have Dybala, we have Chiesa. So are we going to play all three, or we have to sacrifice one of them?
Or we can see the situation. I think I don't have a fixed 3-5-2 or 3-4-2-1 or 1-2. It all depends on the game, and Perlo does that all the time. You can play lone striker, or you don't want to play a lone striker. You want to play two supporting striker. It's still up to Perlo judgment on the game. I do not have any preference. Only back three, and you have a five midfield is good enough.
So what's your best formation against Barcelona?
For Barcelona, I still go for the formation 3-5-2. And then just minor instructions on the wing backs to cover back when they are counter attacking. But seeing Barcelona possession game, if we press them good enough, just like last time, we can beat them.
Because as you can see, for several games, we conceded a lot of goals. You can see because maybe our midfield is not strong enough, or as you can see, when we attack, when they counter attack, we are too slow to support the
To
defense.
come back, yeah, too slow to come back. What I see, the first few games is when they counter attack.
Yeah, true.
Our midfield is not used to going so high up the pitch and then to run back for a defensive formation. And also we are trying to how to say, to ask Delete and Demiral to familiarize with playing at the back three. They are used to playing with a back four. So after a few games, is I think it get better.
Okay, let's put this way. If all the players are available, none is injured. Hopefully, none is injured. Who will you put on the three defense play? Who is your favorite player to put on the three?
Of course, I put Chiellini, Delete, and Demiral.
So, uh, how to say, Bonucci, the snake, will be out of the formation.
Okay, Bonucci is more of a attacking defensive player.
You can see when they play
Yes,
against
yes, yes.
Verona, maybe Pirlo instruction him to go up till midfield.
No. I think Bonucci,
Go up.
he can. What from what I see, whenever he's on one with a striker, he maybe seven, less than seven, 6 out of 10 he fails. So it's not convincing for me. I would prefer, if you play three, you play three hard men in the center. Three hard men.
Or like
Delete, Demiral,
how
and Chiellini.
Admiral play. If
Yes,
three defensive player, hard tackling, I guess.
yes,
So
yes, yes,
yeah, the opponent striker will be
yes,
great, great. So you
yes, yes.
you already choose three defensive, Chalidi, Demiral, and the league. Who's your three
Midfield, yeah.
center midfield? Three.
Okay, three center midfield. I will choose McKennie.
Okay.
I will choose McKennie, Arthur, and I will put Dybala as the attacking mid.
Who's
Okay.
your two winger?
Right wing and left wing.
Yes,
Okay, left wing I will stick to Alexandro.
but he's injured.
You say if all available.
Okay, I just
Yes.
okay. Alexandro on the left. Who's on the
On
right?
the right, I will put Kulusevski,
So who's your two? The front.
Ronaldo, and Morata.
Who's your goalkeeper?
Goalkeeper numero uno, Buffon.
Okay. So before before we end this podcast, what's your prediction for the games against Barcelona?
My
I hope
prediction.
they play like how they play Barcelona when we won 3-0. Remember that match? That
Yes. I remember that
most
match.
interesting and exciting match ever. So what's your
Yes.
prediction?
I don't think we will play like that because it's a different strategy now. But I'm expecting maybe 2-1. 2-1. Our defense is not 100%. So I'll give it a win for us 2-1.
So are we going to see a better performance from Juventus against Verona this time? Maybe
Definitely.
Champions League
Definitely. Champion League is different.
wants to show their skill, to show their hungerness of that game.
Yes. Right now, everyone wants to seal their place and want to perform at the biggest stage. Nothing better than playing against Barcelona. Pjanic will be back in the stadium to
Yeah.
meet with us. So I think Otter have to perform and show that he is the right choice for Juventus.
So lot of how to say, a lot of fans, a lot of media are looking for Messi against Ronaldo. But too bad, we don't know yet whether Ronaldo will play.
We don't
So
know.
hopefully. Okay. So
Hopefully, Ronaldo will be a big boost to us, especially with Morata being banging the goals. He's performing every game. So with Ronaldo there, I think he'll be even better.
okay, A2ul, thank you for sharing your moment. Thank you for your prediction, your information that you share with your viewers, and hopefully that your prediction of 2-1 wins Juventus will be true.
Yes.
As for me, I will say Juventus will win by 2 goals to 0.
2-0. Okay.
Okay, so thank you again for coming, for joining me on the podcast. And before we end this podcast, we would like to shout out to all the subscribers, to all the viewers for the podcast. And hopefully, we will meet again for the next episode, number 5, that is with a new guest, with a new uh, sharing, discussion, and lots more. So we'll meet again in next in the next week, maybe next week for the episode number 5. So guys, thank you for the views, and don't forget to subscribe and like to this channel. Ciao ragazzi,
Ciao ragazzi.
fino alla fine. Forza
Forza
Juve.
Juve.